I was broke until I changed these 10 money habits. Anyone can start today. Was a time when my paycheck disappeared almost as quickly as it arrived. I'd promise myself that next month would be different. I'd budget for maybe 3 days. Then an unexpected bill, a dinner out, or another online purchase would wipe out my plans. I kept thinking I needed to earn more money, but what I actually needed was better money habits. The truth is, most people don't stay broke because they don't make enough. They stay broke because small daily decisions quietly drain their finances over time. Today I'm sharing the 10 money habits that completely change the way I handle my finances. None of them require a six-figure income, winning the lottery, or becoming an investing expert. They simply help you keep more of the money you already earn. Let's get into the first one. When people think about becoming financially stable, they often imagine huge changes, getting a better job, starting a successful business, or making a lucky investment. Those things can certainly help, but real financial progress usually starts much smaller. It's built through habits. The good news is that habits don't require perfection. They require consistency. If you've ever felt like you stuck living paycheck to paycheck, these habits can help you slowly change your financial direction, one decision at a time. Let's start with the habit that made the biggest difference for me. Number 1, I started tracking every dollar. For years, I thought I knew where my money was going. I was wrong. Small purchases didn't seem like a big deal. A coffee here, food delivery there, a streaming subscription I barely used. Before long, hundreds of dollars had quietly disappeared. Everything changed when I started tracking every expense for 1 month. Not to judge myself, just to understand my spending. It was uncomfortable at first, but it gave me something I never had before: clarity. Once I could actually see where my money was going, making better decisions became much easier. You don't need expensive software. A notebook, a spreadsheet, or a free budgeting app works just fine. Today's action step is simple. Track every dollar you spend for the next 30 days. You might be surprised by what you discover. 2, I paid myself first. Here's where many people accidentally make saving impossible. They pay everyone else first. Bills, shopping, entertainment, dining out. Then they try to save whatever is left. Usually, nothing is left. Instead, I flipped the order. The moment my paycheck arrived, I moved a small amount into savings before doing anything else. At first it wasn't much, maybe $20, sometimes $50. The amount wasn't important, the habit was. Saving became automatic instead of optional. Over time, those small deposits grew into an emergency fund that gave me something money can't easily buy: peace of mind. Even if you can save 1% of your income right now, start there. Consistency seats waiting for the perfect time. 3, I stopped buying things to impress people. The habit was more emotional than financial. I realized I wasn't always buying things because I have to needed them. Sometimes I wanted other people to think I was doing well. A nicer phone, designer clothes, expensive dinners, none of those purchases actually improved my financial future. In fact, they delayed it. Here's something worth remembering. Most people are too busy thinking about themselves to spend much time judging what you're driving or wearing. Once I stopped trying to impress others, I found it much easier to save money without feeling like I was missing out. Before making any non-essential purchase, ask yourself one question. Am I buying this because I truly want it, or because I want someone else to notice it? That sick question can save you hundreds of dollars every month. Stay with me, because the next habit is one that quietly costs many people thousands of dollars every year. 4, I learned to wait before making big purchases. Have you bought something that felt absolutely necessary, only to realize a few days later you didn't really need it? I know I have. Impulse spending is one of the biggest enemies of financial progress because it happens in the moment. Emotions take over and logic takes a back set. That's why I started using what I call the 48-hour rule. Whenever I wanted to buy something that wasn't essential, I forced myself to wait 2 days before making the purchase. Something interesting happened. Most of the time, the excitement faded. I realized I didn't actually need the item. I had simply wanted the feeling of buying something new. For the things I still wanted after 48 hours, I felt much more confident that it was a thoughtful purchase instead of an emotional one. Today's action step is simple. Before buying anything expensive, wait at least 48 hours. You might save yourself hundreds or even thousands of dollars over the course of a year. I built an emergency fund before investing. A lot of people hear that investing is the key to building wealth. That's true. But I learned the hard way that investing without any emergency savings can create even bigger problems. Imagine your car suddenly breaks down, or your hours at work get cut, or you face an unexpected medical bill. If all of your money is tied up in investments, you may be forced to sell at the worst possible time, just to cover emergency. That exactly what happened to Tay once I had started investing, but I hadn't prepared for life's surprises. When an unexpected expense came along, I had no choice but to cash out investments that I wanted to keep for years. It taught, too, an important lesson. Before focusing on growing wealth, protect yourself from setbacks. An emergency fund doesn't have to be huge overnight. Start with a small goal, maybe enough to cover 1 month's basic expenses, then slowly work toward 3 to 6 months over time. Having that financial cushion won't stop emergencies from happening, but it stop every emergency from turning into a financial crisis. 6. I started living below my mean even when my income increased. This was one of the hardest habits to build. Because every time I earned a little more money, I immediately wanted to upgrade my lifestyle. A nicer apartment, a newer phone, more expensive restaurants, better vacations. There's nothing wrong with enjoying the rewards of your hard work. The problem comes when every raise disappears as quickly as it arrives. This is called lifestyle inflation. Your income goes up, but your savings don't. Instead of spending every extra dollar, I made a simple rule. Whenever my income increased, I automatically directed part of that increase towards my future. Some went into savings, some paid down debt faster, some was invested for long-term goals. I still enjoyed life. I just made sure my future benefited every time my paycheck grew. Here's a simple challenge. The next time you receive a raise, a bonus, or extra income from a side hustle, don't spend all of it. Choose a percentage, maybe 30%, 50%, or even more, and put it toward improving your financial future before your lifestyle has a chance to expand. Your future self will thank you. Here's why many people unknowingly lose the most money, not through one big mistake, but through several small ones that happen every single month. In the next section, we'll cover 4 habits that quietly helped me build wealth faster than I expected. 7. I stopped treating credit cards like extra income credit cards. Aren't the problem. The way we use them often is. There was a time when I would swipe my card without thinking much about it. As long as the monthly payment looked manageable, I convinced myself everything was fine. But every purchase was borrowing from my future paycheck. Eventually, I realized I wasn't buying freedom. I was buying debts. Interest charges quietly turned small purchases into expensive ones. A $100 purchase could end up costing much more if it took months to pay off. So I changed one simple habit. I stopped asking myself, can I afford the monthly payment? Instead, I asked, could I pay for this in cash today if I had to? If the answer was no, I usually waited. I still use credit cards today, but only as a payment tool, not as a way to finance a lifestyle I can't afford. If you carry a balance, make a pad to pay more than the minimum whenever possible. Even an extra $25 or $50 each month can reduce the amount of interest you pay and help you become debt-free sooner. 8. I started giving every dollar a job. One of the biggest reasons money seemed to disappear was because it had no purpose. If money sat in my checking account, I'd eventually find a way to spend it. If I started planning where every dollar would go before I spent it, some money was assigned to rent, some to groceries, some to savings, some to investing, some to fun. The important part wasn't creating a perfect budget, it was creating intentional spending. When every dollar has a purpose, you're far less likely to waste it on things that don't actually matter to you. Think of your paycheck like a team of workers. If you don't assign them jobs, they wander around accomplishing very little. But when every dollar has a clear mission, your finances become much more organized. Here's something you can do today. Before your next paycheck arrives, decide where every dollar will go. You feel much more in control before the money even hits your account. 9. I focused on increasing my income instead of only cutting expenses. For a long time, I believed saving money was the only answer. I skipped restaurants, canceled subscriptions, looked for discounts everywhere. Those habits definitely helped. But eventually I realized something important. You can only cut your spending so much. There's a limit. Income, on the other hand, has much more room to grow. That's when I started looking for ways to earn more. Maybe it was freelancing, selling things I no longer needed, learning a new skill, working overtime, starting a small side hustle. None of these made me rich overnight. But they created opportunities that simply didn't exist before. The goal isn't to work every waking hour, it's to build additional streams of income that make life less stressful over time. Even an extra $200 a month can make a huge difference. It can speed up debt repayment, build your emergency fund faster, or allow you to start investing sooner. Ask yourself this week, what's one skill I already have that someone would pay for? That same question could open the door to a new roar of income. 10. I started thinking long-term instead of month-to-month. This final habit tied everything else together. When I was constantly worried about making it to the next paycheck, every financial decision felt urgent. I wasn't planning for 5 years from now. I was just trying to survive until next Friday. But slowly, as these habits became routine, my mindset began to change. Instead of asking, what do I want today, I started asking, what will make my life easier 1 year from now? That simple shift changed almost everything. Saving money wasn't about missing out anymore, it was about buying future freedom. Paying off debt wasn't just another bill, it was removing a burden that had been weighing me down. Investing wasn't about getting rich quickly, it was about giving my future self more choices. Wealth is rarely built to one lucky break. It's usually built through thousands of ordinary decisions made consistently over many years. Every time you choose to save instead of spend, every time you pay off a little more debt, every time you invest a little more than last month, you're voting for the kind of financial future you want. And those votes add up. If you only remember one thing from this video, let it be this. Changing your financial life doesn't usually start with a bigger paycheck. It starts with better habits. The 10 habits we covered today aren't complicated, and they won't make you wealthy overnight. But practice consistently, they can completely change the direction of your finances. Don't try to master at 10 this week, pick get 1. Practice it until it becomes second nature, then add another. Small improvements, repeated over time, create remarkable results. Remember, financial freedom isn't about being perfect. It's about making slightly better decisions today than you made yesterday. If this video helped you, I'd love to hear from you. Which of these money habits do you think will make the biggest difference in your life? Or is there another habit that's completely changed the way you manage your money? Share it in the comments below. And if you're ready to build smarter money habits and create a stronger financial future, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to Money with Peter. Thanks for watching, and I see you in the next one.